are Eshin Maneaters ending on patch 6.3. Well, not that they changed, but I was reminded that they exist, so let's go for it. What in the world is an Eshin Maneater? I guess it's an Ogre Maneater that went native with dirty ninja rats. Let's look at what mutations resulted. Recruited for 1250 gold and 312 upkeep, this Regiment of Renown comes on Ultra with one entity, getting 6,516 health. Armor is 40, but he receives 15% physical resistance and 25% missile resistance, and the missile resistance does not care about magical attacks. Leadership 80 is pretty high. Speed 57 and Sharp Speed 88 are fast for an Ogre. Melee attack is 55 and has the Weeping Blade debuff attached, so that's 35 seconds of halved armor value for a foe hit. This can be incredibly valuable as a force multiplier for certain things that aren't as armor-piercing as Man-Eaters themselves or Iron Guts. Noblar Flingers might like it, for instance. Splash target size is medium or Empire Knights on down, and max target splashed is 4. Melee defense comes at 50. Weapon strength is 400, split base 70, and armor piercing 330, with a bonus versus infantry of 20. Charge bonus is 50, and mass is 2300. This siege attacker benefits from a stupidly long list of unit attributes, beginning with Hide and Forth, Stalk, Vanguard Deployment, Woodsman to phase through trees, Strider, which I understand not just eliminates melee penalties in forest and so on, but its removal of terrain slowdown also bleeds into slowdown from fatigue. The unit causes fear, has Ogre charge like any other Ogre unit, and immunity to psychology, so it will not terror out. Causes fear means permanent immunity to fear regardless. Maneater Smoke Bomb is an active ability, 90-second cooldown, 24-second duration, makes the Ogre unspottable, so invisible to the enemy except at disturbingly close ranges, speed plus 25% for the duration, and plus 24 melee defense while the effect lasts, so it's something to pop for deep striking and dodging the first few blows. Marked for Eden is an assassin-style single-target hex, 120-second cooldown, 75-meter range, 29-second duration. The effects are minus 40 melee defense, minus 25% speed, and minus 30 armor. When you really want something to become food, pop this. Now, people have called for this to be a hero unit, but it is not. That means redline skills apply. Best Eaters would apply its plus 6 to melee attack and melee defense at 3 pips, and Ravenous Fighters would make this rank 9 RoR, get plus 7 melee attack, plus 10% weapon strength, and plus 15% missile resistance, on top of the 25% it already gets. Now, for the tech tree, Beta Plunda is all that really matters, plus 10% armor-piercing weapon damage is awesome, of course. As for Weeping Blade not coexisting with Sundered Armor, this issue was very specifically addressed by a hotfix. Actually, things like immunity to psychology and Ogre Charge being present were later tweaks made in hotfixes, so there's quite a bit of under-the-hood tinkering before I got around to covering this. So how do we use the Eshin Maneater? I don't want to be subtle for a YouTuber about this. The Eshin Maneater is a debuff bot, meant to sneak in, savage enemy armor, and live to tell the tale. Sure, he hits pretty hard, but he can't equip items like a hero, so it comes down to being sneaky and basically a spoiler. He ruins the fun for the other side, dragging it down a few notches. Also, the fact that Beta Plunda doesn't deny Weeping Blade to him means neighboring Maneaters will do Armor Sundering too, which makes everyone who's not pure AP damage do extra damage come Dragon or Kadai. The occasional magical boost is all you'd need to keep his own damage output relevant, but in the end that's not really his job, even though his damage output is clearly competent enough for assassin work. What he does is to make your rabble far, far deadlier than it has any right to be, and that can shape a battle's outcome. Take care, and have fun being the Avenging Blade of Darkness. It pays well in both food and coin.